I went to Harvard, so why am I a teacher? Typically, when we hear of teachers, we think if you can't do it, then teach. So why would an Ivy League graduate succumb herself to a career path that is not seen as lucrative, enticing in any way? My name is Gabriella Pierre, and I am a recent master's graduate from the Harvard Graduate School of Education. Yes, I went to Harvard to study education. The very good thing about it was that my education was paid for by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, so your girl walked out of grad school debt-free. Hallelujah. I had plans for my life, but God had other plans, and right now I am teaching. I am in the classroom and I am a first-year teacher. Of course, with COVID and this pandemic, teaching in the classroom has been very challenging, to say the least, especially with hybrid classes, having virtual classes, having students rotate all the time. It has been a challenge for sure, but I am honestly shocked at how much purpose I feel being with the kids in the classroom. Why am I shocked? Because even though I knew that I wanted to go into education, I told myself that I would never become a classroom teacher. While I was in grad school, I would tell people, oh, I'm studying education, and they would say, oh, do you want to be a teacher? And I would look them in the eye and say, no, I do not want to be a teacher. I do not want to be in the classroom. I've heard horror stories about it. They don't get paid. They teach to the test. Kids are horrible. Teachers are miserable. This, that, and the third. You guys already know the stories. But in 2020, my life shifted. A lot of our lives shifted, and I landed in a classroom. And honestly, I feel like this is just the beginning of what I feel like I'm called to do and purpose to do when it comes to kids. The number one reason why I am teaching, even though I went to Harvard, is because I absolutely love kids. I absolutely love young people, and I do feel like God has called me to pour into them at a young age. Especially being a young Black woman, especially being educated, especially coming from the background that I came from, minoritized, low income, etc., and being where I am now, I do feel and I do believe and I am confident that as a Black woman in the classroom and as a teacher, that I can be a representation for other people or other students just like me, and tell them, hey, listen, I come from the same background as you. Okay, I come from similar experiences, but I made it, right? And to see that, especially in the school that I teach in, the demographics of teachers there, I see it. Like, I am one of the very few young, but to also add to the fact that I am Black, honestly, is just a God thing. Like, I do believe that students need to see more young people of color in the classroom as teachers. For many different reasons, but that'll be a video. Now, people look at me, they're like, girl, you could be making 6 figures. You could be out here, going to Harvard to become a lawyer, going to Harvard Business School. Honestly, I could have been also miserable, right? Because it's one thing to make money, but it's another thing to make happy money, okay? That is a whole word. And honestly, we've been fed this false narrative as kids that go to college to become a doctor, to become an engineer. That's where the money, that's where the bread is at. Go to school, even besides academia, when it comes to the narrative that kids are being taught by their peers and by media, especially with minoritized and Black communities, is become a rapper, become I'm not even gonna say the word for women, to make money. But there are also a lot of people out there who are miserable because that's not where their true passion and purpose lies. And so I honestly have no regrets that I graduated with an education degree. On top of that, I am debt-free, so I don't have to worry about paying hundreds of thousands of dollars back into student loan debt, and I get to walk in my purpose, and I thank God for that every single day. Is being a teacher perfect? No. There are definitely days where I'm like, I want to quit my job. Okay, I can't do this anymore. But then there are also days where I'm like, wow, like this is where I'm supposed to be. I get to pour into kids on a daily basis. Do I think that I'm going to be teaching my whole life? No, right? But right now, I'm happy with being a teacher. Majority of people believe that, especially with prior or past generations, that schools determine your outcome. You go to a good college to get a high-paying job, you climb the ladder to success, you retire, you live the American dream. However, I believe that schools don't determine your outcome, your purpose does, right? I believe that there are multiple pathways to success, multiple pathways to career longevity and career success. But we're taught that you need to go to college to be successful. That is false, okay? Not everyone is called to go to college, and that is perfectly okay. Just because I went to Harvard doesn't mean that I'm gonna become some top paid lawyer or top paid CEO. Do I have dreams of one day, being paid? Yes, I do, and I'm working towards that. But that's aside from the name Harvard, okay? What I'm accomplishing now is aside from my degree or my title. It's my purpose. And I truly believe that when you're chasing purpose, the money will come. But if you're chasing money, you can get lost in the sauce. You can lose yourself. You can find yourself 9 years, 10 years down the road and look back like, wow, like what has my life become? Where are the people that's by my side? Who is celebrating this with me? I believe that there's more to life than money. And because I found my purpose, and that is with education, that is with kids, I am happy. I am truly like living the life that I dreamed of, even outside of the classroom. Like, I believe that I'm not just called to teach in the classroom. This is why I have a YouTube channel, and I teach in using this platform as well. And I thank God that He is blessed me with the ability, the energy to do these things. And so let that be a food for thought, that schools don't determine your outcome, but your purpose does. And we find our true purpose in Jesus Christ alone. This week happens to be Teacher Appreciation Week, and there's nothing like seeing it firsthand, how it's like being in a classroom. Teachers definitely should get paid more money than they do now. Thank God our governor in Florida gave teachers a raise this year. Is it enough? No, I think that there's more to come. I think that there's more to come, not only with salaries, but also with standardized testing and the things that we teach our kids, and the skills that they're learning that can be lifelong skills that they're not really seeing in the classroom. I think there's a lot of change that needs to happen. And for me, that's where my heart is. I not only want to work with kids directly, but also I want to be able to impact those policies that are in place for our kids, and how even my kids are going to grow up one day. So teaching is honestly just a start, and I'm happy that I'm here. I'm happy that I got to at least experience it. I do think teachers do get a bad rep, unfortunately, but they're such a blessing, and that's where kids are learning. They're learning from our teachers. Teachers really do have the opportunity to speak so much life into kids. They have the opportunity to just really like pour into them and lead them in the right path. And I do want to see more young people of color in the classroom. I do want to see more young people of color who love the Lord and who are also passionate about kids, working with them. It doesn't even have to be in a classroom. And I just want to be an instrument in that way. So, I mean, the best is yet to come. I think this is just the beginning, but I went to Harvard, and your girl is a teacher. Happy Teacher Appreciation Week to all my fellow teachers out there, to all my fellow educators. We got this. We made it through the 2020-2021 school year. A lot of people think that because 2020 ended, we're in 2021, that, everything is over from 2020. Nah. We got 2020-21 school year. So we still dealing with the 2020-ness, okay, of last year. And like many of you are as well. So we got a few more weeks left until the last day of school. Enjoy it. It is truly a blessing to be able to speak to the lives of young people. I try to remind myself of that every day, especially on days where I just want to quit. I want to leave my job because it's challenging sometimes, but honestly, I'm purposed for this and I'm called to this, so we thank God. Anyways, I hope you guys just enjoyed this brief testimony, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more content. Have a wonderful day, and until next time, bye.